Continuing my 30-day world challenge, my next installment would be titled, Are there evil races in your realm, i.e. your world, such as the Drow? Based off of the wide range of possible alien races that we have. Looking at the ones that are already pre-generated and pre-created, there are no single genetic genome that, be it alien or human genetic manipulation, that is considered predominantly evil. We do not have our version of the humanoids, orcs, goblins, and other evilly alignment-based races. The base standard, unwritten rule of the game is where the house lord goes, the house. So, the better question will be, do we have evil houses? Do we have evil house lords? Do we have house lords who are so greedy or so driven to expansion that they're willing to step over their neighbors, or to steal from their neighbors, or to conquer their neighbors to expand their own realm and their own resources? Absolutely. You betcha. And in lieu of hostile alien races, or in lieu of humanoid evil alignment-based what have yous, in Stellar Frontiers we have cults, which is my take on the religions of the world, of the universe. We have greedy guilds, nefarious house lords, maybe evil-minded Terran or bureaucrats for the various entities. Oh yeah, we have a lot of opportunities for that sort of stuff, but we have no one or two specific races, if you will, that would fall in that category. Now, I know that there's a second entry here where it says what races are what rare and interesting races populate your world. So, I guess in reality, I can kill two birds with one stone here. Now, it's complicated because it would probably take me 3 or 4 times more than I'm willing to spend on this entry to answer this question. But I think I can cover a chunk of it. That being said, first thing to note that the primary race in the future of humanity is humanity. Humans in all their diverse forms. Interestingly enough, we do not have racial issues based off of skin color. We have racial issues based off of genetic manipulation. One of the earlier genetic manipulations were the ovine or the ovinus. And the ovinus were created by a set of guilds deciding that they needed to have gobs and gobs of docile, easily modified or easily mollified workers, specifically in their administrative task department. For all those office drones, they wanted a race of people who were going to be quite happy at sitting at the desk in comfortable environments with lots and lots of their fellows, interacting with each other, doing all those boring, mundane tasks that the Imperium mandated you can no longer use supercomputers to do. You can use lots and lots and lots of little computers, but those individual computers have to be manned somewhere, someplace, by somebody or some thingy. Some floob has to sit at the desk or monitor the computers that you do have. And so they created the ovinus. And if you look up the definition of ovine or ovine, it's a sheep. So these geneticists took genetic blueprints of sheep and melded them with humans. So we end up with a walking, talking human sheep, or a sheephead is the derogatory term or slang term is commonly used in the game. So we now have this docile race of paper pushers who are quite ecstatic and happy about the status quo. They don't handle extreme change well, and they are quite content to be in controlled, managed environments to some degree. This doesn't make them evil. This doesn't make them good. This just makes them Venus. Then there are other genetic races. And mentioning the drow, I have my variant of the drow. And they are my favorite race, and there's an entry on that, so I think I will save them for that entry because I'd like to go into a little bit more depth on them. We also have a slew of other common races. This one of the next common genetic races is the aviaries, and this in and of themselves is an extremely varied collection of genomes. Under the aviary category, there are probably several hundred subcategories or subflocks of the species. This is where some guild and or house lord sponsored a guild to create a combination of servitor, labor, and warrior class beings. And they favored the particular individuals favored the native birds of the world, and culled from all of those individuals or all those different species enough genetic material to create a number of major flock categories, and within them numerous secondary categories. So you get the hawk and falcons, you get the eagles, you get the agrofowl, you get waterfowl, you get exotic fowl or aquatic fowl, and you get the scavengers, or i.e. scab fowl. So there's a whole pile of aviaries, and there's not enough time to list all of them in this entry. And my best friend Shannon, it's his idea. He can come up with the background for him. He came up with all the varieties. The man is a huge avian lover, and over a short period and I was surprised how fast he came up with this stuff, and it covered about a dozen pages, and we've exploited it ever since. Some good stuff. So we got other races, lots and lots and lots. I got about 20 or so that's in the core book, although I think I might thin that down a bit because there's enough there to add a fourth book at some later point with additional material and stuff. But don't qualify any particular one group as evil. It's just like humans, there are evil humans and there are not evil humans. So there's my answer to that particular set of questions.